I'm Dan O'Connor of Hydroarmor Systems, and today's job is another real estate ripoff whereby the seller wasn't exactly honest in their disclosure. This is water here, but yeah, we could have thrown a bottle of water on there, right? So I'm not even going to bring that up. We have not opened up this job yet. If you can see this right here, that's mold just above this baseboard. The buyers of this house have little children. They can't even move in until this is fixed. We got a crawl space here. On a video, you can't smell anything. Everything has got mold in here. Here's Hydro dog as usual. He's getting a lot bigger. You won't see me working today. I'm going to be 60 this year. I'm going to start taking the job apart. We'll see what I find. There's a little mold there. All right, so you got me working again. Now, that's all mold back of that sheetrock. That's all mold, and it's a little wet. Yeah, that's mold. Gotta look. This is all water in here. This piece of lumber here, that's all rotted, and this is soaking wet. But this is the sheetrock that's mold resistant. Obviously not. There's mold on it. And there you go. This is like a trough that they put in because water's coming in there. That's rotted. Over here, you got black mold. This here is rotted back here. I can feel wet dirt. All right, now this trough thing here apparently is supposed to guide the water someplace. There's another crazy kind of drain here that goes nowhere. Oh, and it's actually, it's full of water. This floor is a false floor. These blocks are 8 inches. 8. And then Hydro dog wants to go home. Then you've got 8 inches below, another 8 inches below here. So the original floor is down, this is the original floor down there, and then this was an additional floor put up on top of it so that water's supposed to go through that trough. This is rotted here. Again, the bottom of that 2x3 is all rotted out. This is always getting water. And again, this is a false floor. This is a floor that was put on top of the original floor. We'll see that more when we take it apart tomorrow. All this black and rust is because the water, it has been there. It collects there. These metal studs here, they're rusted. Wet blocks now. Sill plate is all rusted. This is poured concrete. And the reason they've got this here is to hold the water into the wall, and that's why they framed on top of it. Now it's the same thing over here. You can see the rusted metal studs on there. This is rotted out from the water coming over that. They put this down to hold the water in, but the water rises up and then comes in here. You got massive mold in here. This is what I do when there's mold around. Oh shit! All right, this is all wet back in here. All right, this is wet. Okay, that's soaking wet, and this is all wet. This here, it's like that spray that you see on TV. Spray it on there and it keeps the water in. The problem with trying to hold back Mother Nature is Mother Nature will always win. There's water in the blocks, there's water outside. A lot of things were done here on this job to stop the water from coming in. So it's had water for many years, and it's obvious. All right, now I'm not gonna go up in there. It's loaded up with mold. And you know what? I am gonna go up there. Oh man. This here is not a footer. If you look back in there, you can see the block goes below this. So this was put here also to keep the water out. This here, water comes out and it goes into this trough, or it's supposed to, and the water what they think is going to go along here, and who knows where it goes. I really don't want to have to crawl back there. Mold breaks down your immune system. 20 years ago, didn't have a problem with it. But I start getting a runny nose, and I start getting a headache in a minute, and it starts making me lightheaded, almost like I'm drunk. And I forget what I'm, and my brain doesn't function, and that's what's happening now. Mold is all back there. Okay, so the place has always had water. Oh, God. I got to get out of here. Water comes out there. They cut this in for water to go there. Oof. Now it's like getting, I can't even breathe. Oh, Hydro Dog, you want some loving. This is a saw cut. There's something that was there. Maybe water was coming up there. Over here is blocks, okay? Blocks. And this is like a plaster job done in 1992. This is 3/9/92. That plaster was put over this, and that was done to keep the water in. It's not for looks. Another date up here. 2/26/92. That could be a full foundation, of which they had so much water that they put this wall in, built it up and filled it with dirt. I won't know that until we take it apart. The basement had an issue with water since 1992. Enough said. Tomorrow we're going to start the job, and I gotta get the fuck out of here because I can't even breathe. You want to sell a house like this to somebody riddled with mold, what's going to happen is 80% chance in the state of New Jersey and Eastern PA, I'm going to be called in to do the job. I'm going to do a video, and you may have to pay triple damages. Just get the job done, and I got to get out of here because I can't breathe. This is the first floor here, and then there's another floor that's put on top of it. Everything's wet. The water's traveling on top of the original floor and underneath the second floor. This was whoever's decision to fix the water. This is 2-inch PVC. As you can see, it's got holes drilled into the top of it. Before they put in the second floor, they put in this PVC pipe with holes in it for the water to get into this pipe. This pipe here is for the washing machine. The washing machine water goes in there, and it goes all the way over to where the sewer is. This here was put in before the second floor was put in, and this is supposed to take care of the water. This is fucking crazy. What the hell? Jeez. I guess the water's supposed to go into the top, and then stay in the pipe, and then go down into the sewer. But hey, what about the sewer water backing up into this? Okay, this is the footer, and you can see where it's got another floor. This was the original height of the original floor, and then they have another one above it to get above the water. Okay, it's a hell of a lot of bullshit that was done here to prevent themselves from having water when they could have just simply had a pressure relief system put in. Oh look, they got another tile under here too. It's asbestos tile. We're all gonna f***ing die. They come and they put the f***ing handcuffs on you and drag you off to prison for 20 years because there's an asbestos tile on the floor. Here's the crawl space, and I'm not coughing, spitting, or gagging. We sprayed it when we first started the job, killed a lot of the mold, and at least I can breathe. When I went home from here the other day, I almost fell asleep while I was driving, and I was sick as a dog. I can't take this mold anymore. Okay guys, this is a f***ing trench at least 10 inches wide for the volume of water. Yes, it's a lot of work. A lot to haul out. Can't do it with one of those little mini dump trucks. The size of these vehicles is the primary reason why we can take out 10 inches wide into the bottom of the footer and this much concrete. We could do an entire job and haul way more material in one shot. If a contractor with a smaller dump truck tried to do a 10-inch wide to the bottom of the footer, that might cost him a whole extra day because he can't get the job all broken out the way it should be in one shot or one load. That's one of the primary reasons why almost everybody cuts corners unless you've got a Kodiak. And by the way, they don't make them anymore. They got Duramax diesels, Allison transmissions, a turbocharger, doesn't need oil. Fucking things last forever. I'm actually attached to this because this is the one that I used to always use. Alright. Now you see, this is how you leave a job, and it's not just because I'm here. This is what we do all the time. You mop the floor before you leave. There's not a whole bunch of debris lying around. We deformed to put that concrete back the way it was. Now this is how concrete gets put back in. And sometimes we have to go way wider than 10 inches. I got a 10.5 inch shoe. That's about 20 inches, 24 inches wide. No cutting corners when we find stuff that needs to be done extra. This is this area. Here's my shoe. This is another nit we're trying to fix over here. Let's see. This is what they use for a filter paper, filter somewhere. I think it's horsehair from the old days. Hey, horsehair. It's grandma's wig. I'm actually helping because we're doing it extra and they want to go home. If I ask them to do something extra at the end of the day, they say, grab a fucking shovel. Alright, so we're back inside, and as you can see, there's the sump pump pit. You can see the lid, but you don't see any pipes coming out because I don't put pipes coming out the top of the lid. It's stupid. You can't open up the friggin' sump pump lid. You put the pump there, and actually the discharge line comes out the side of it. It goes underneath the concrete in the trench, runs all the way over to outside of the house. So we can put a sump pump any place we want and run the discharge line in the trench underneath the concrete. We do our trenches 10 inches wide into the bottom of the footer. You've seen the dump trucks. That is how we can do it, where it ain't no big deal. It doesn't cost any more money, get the same amount of work done in the same day. Let's face it, if you didn't have a dump truck that size, would you do it? 10 inches wide, bottom of the footer. The jobs are not just mopped and cleaned because I'm here. They didn't know I was going to be here. This is how we leave our jobs. I'm still fucking sweating my ass off from being outside, working. When you ask the guys to do something extra, if you're not willing to help, well, they don't have the respect for you that they should. Sweat my ass off, like the old days. Oh. When you start spraying for mold, you can't be around. He's got a respirator. You won't see me working today. I'm going to be 60 this year. And you see, that's why I don't work with the guys anymore, because they've been busting my balls now. About that. The old guy, hey.